What is up, guys? My name is MipZ and welcome back for yet another League of Legends video. So today we're doing the video that has been highly requested here on the channel. We've had a lot of comments, but one stands out. So a huge shout out to Rich Fun 10 YT. He's literally been sitting out there commenting every day for 54 days in a row asking for this video. So this one goes out to you, buddy. Thank you so much for the support. I hope you're very much going to enjoy it. Today we are, of course, playing ZED, and we're going to learn how to actually play this champion. For those of you who are new in here, then this video will only focus on how to play him macro-wise, meaning the different phases of the game. However, there will be one combo that I'll kind of emphasize and teach you guys because it is essential in order to actually make ZED work in general and especially in the early game. So there's one combo, but apart from that, we will just be focused on the macro play and the decision making. So yeah, I hope you guys are very much excited for that. If you don't know the abilities and the mechanics and combos and all this, then there's a link down below to my other video that only goes into detail with this. Before we get too much into everything, then I strongly recommend you guys to basically go down below, subscribe to the channel, join into our awesome community. And also, if you want to see me live, then I stream every single Monday, Wednesday, Friday at 7 p.m. UTC +1. And yeah, I can strongly recommend also checking out our memberships. They're quite cool, gives you a lot of nice perks, and it is the very best way that you can support me into making my dream of becoming a full-time YouTuber. Anyway, let's kind of jump into this one and see if we can do it. So ZED is a really fun champion, probably one of the most popular overall champs because of his kind of skill ceiling and his mechanics. He's really there's a really high skill roof on him. Like, basically, if we're talking about the pros and cons, then first of all, he can destroy any carry and he can destroy any squishy very easily. He's pretty good at ending games early if he gets a huge lead, and he can snowball. He has a big surprise effect. He has insane amounts of burst, and basically you can very easily snowball whenever you do get ahead. The thing is that ZED, as good as he is when ahead, then he's equally bad when he's behind. He's really one of those champs that struggles to get into the game if he falls behind. So this is one of the things we will be talking about today, and what some of the things that most people are very unaware of when it comes to ZED, because they think they just need to go, like, basically assassinate somebody 100 to 0 all the time. And this is not a viable strategy. ZED has absolutely insane poke. And this is actually what you want to be playing around. This is what I see, generally speaking, from people that are below plat, that they don't really know how his kit is supposed to be played. What you want to do till level 3, you generally speaking want to play super defensive. And once you get to level 3, then you start poking. You have your electrocute, which is a big part of your poke. And this is what we want to be playing around. So what you want to be doing is you want to put your shadow right on top of your target, and as he's literally walking away, like as you put the shadow on top of him, then you use your E instantly. This slows the target. And actually, here's where a lot of people mess up with this comp or with this combo, is that they actually quite instantly throw out their Q. And what you want to do is you first want to wait and see which direction they're moving in. So I see here my jungler's coming in. I don't think there's going to be anything from this. That's super fine. Gonna have to be ready to back up in case this doesn't go right. And I can go some good big poke. You see just how much burst we have whenever we do hit our WEQ combo. And this is because of electrocute. So what we want to do now that we hit that combo is that we actually just want to wait for the electrocute. You can see it down here. We want to wait till it's ready. And then we want to go for a combo once again, and we want to do this on 6. Actually, if we manage to hit this combo on a target, you're only gonna have to hit 2 or 3 times with this combo in order to actually literally like win the lane. So this is one of what we want to go for. So I'll just focus in, and I'll try and show you guys if we can get it onto this 6. But he is gonna hard push pretty hard. I'm just gonna clear out a little bit here because I do need to get a little bit closer in order to hit him. Like, 6 is quite annoying. You can see right there, we get the electrocute. That's 1/3 of his HP. We can do this once again in a moment, and once we can, we'll do that again, and we're actually going to be able to go for potentially an all-in, especially seeing as he's you can see he used one of his pots here. In 3 seconds we can do it again. We're going to put the shadow right on top of him, gonna wait till we can find him. As he walks close, we E. Wait for it, hit the Q. And right here, I actually messed one thing up, and that is that I didn't, and this is one of the things that I see most commonly people failing on, and I also do it myself sometimes, so you guys can see this, is that I used my my combo before my electrocute was ready. Of course, you can do so, but it's really like, the cooldowns are so close to each other with your W that you really do, I'm pretty sure he's back to you. You really do want to make sure that you hit this. You might as well wait for the electrocute, because that's literally just gonna make your burst absolutely insane. All right, I should have taken the cannon there. Anyway, we're gonna back off. We're gonna start building into an eclipse. All right, so let's talk a little bit about what the basic idea of the early game is in someone like ZED. So ZED is, as I talked about, a very, very, very strong early game champ. He's extremely strong. He has a lot of damage, and he's misunderstood as this all-in champ constantly. Once you get level 6, you do have a really good all-in, and you can take somebody from 100 to 0. But what you want to do is you first want to kind of gather the first kill or two and kind of grab that advantage. And this is done solely by poking. His poke with electrocute is absolutely absurdly good. If you learn this W-E-Q combo, then you're going to be in such a good spot. And the way you want to place the shadows is you want to place them on top of your target. And the reason for this is that you can hit your E, and also it forces them to go in one direction. Like literally people will, if you place it here, they'll most commonly run this way because they're trying to run away from the shadow. It's very rare that they'll actually run through it. All right, I'm actually going to go here. Should be able to just beat this. You can jump back. Get this very nice play, or Nunu. But I really want to show off a bit more of the EQ combo because it's a big part. Like literally learning this W-E-Q combo, it's literally 80% of playing ZED, maybe more. Like it's the majority of playing this champion. That this is what makes a good ZED in general, or makes you better than most others, is that they literally just, most sets just run in, go nuts, and that's it. Right here, we're gonna go down for a gank. Bot lane is generally where you want to be roaming when playing ZED because they're super squishy, which basically allows you to do some pretty cool things. So we're gonna be going down here. I'm not gonna be going for just gonna dodge a little bit. We did get some pressure here. I'm just gonna back off, run into my own lane. Okay. But generally speaking, when roaming, you do want to... I see that our affiliates knows who we are. Anyways, that's not the purpose of this one. We'll just say, hey, buddy, zoom. Anyways, what I'm saying is that with ZED, this is kind of what you want to be doing. You kind of want to poke. If you're playing against somebody that you can continuously kill, go for that. If you're not trying to get a kill on them, then what you want to be doing, or if they're playing too defensive, is that you want to try and shove the lane and go for a roam. All right, so right here, let's try and see if we can if we can get in a little bit of poke with or WE combo. So this is what we're gonna be going for. I'm actually a little annoyed that Nunu is actually a decent jungler here. He keeps helping us out, which does definitely make things a lot easier. But you can see again the combo right there literally annihilates Nidalee almost completely. She loses like 40% of her HP just on that one. So again, we are just gonna kind of chill, hang out. I'm gonna wait for the combo, and as this guy goes close, I'll show you guys just how much damage. We're waiting for the electrocute at this point. It's almost ready. I'm just gonna let that kind of go because right now I don't really care. I really want to show this off. Like the purpose of this video is not to show you guys perfect gameplay. I just want to illustrate kind of the idea about playing ZED and how it actually works. Right here, I'm actually just gonna shove this back a little bit. There we go. And all right, so in 10 seconds, we're kind of waiting. And this is one of the annoying things about playing against 6 is he has super long range. So sometimes it can be a little awkward finding the time for it. But anyway, we can get it right here. You can see just the damage, like literally we took off like 1/4 of his HP right there instantly. Super easy. What you want to do is you want to do this 2-3 times, then you can go for an all-in even without your ult. And if you do have ult, then it's just going to be that much easier. So this is kind of the thought that you want to have when playing ZED, is you want to keep poking. This is how you want to be playing the early game. And you want to play it like this basically against almost anything. You want to sit here, literally just poke, if they're playing so defensive that you can't reach them, then shove the lane and start roaming to other lanes. You can go for ganks on top lane, but pretty often it is much better for you to just it's much better to go for won't be able to go there. It's much better to go for the it's much better to go for the bot lane, mostly because they're very squishy. It's going to be very easy for you to get most of them off. Right here should be a free kill. Actually, just going to jump back. That should be enough. Are you absolutely kidding me? All right, I should have auto-attacked him once more. That's just bad manners. I was just like, this is enough. I don't need any more. I could have overkilled him there or made sure that we killed him. That was just poor play by me. Anyway, I think it's fine because it keeps him a bit healthy and keeps this at a more realistic scenario where you might not be completely stomping them, and that makes it a little cooler and a little easier to learn. Because if I just go in, get 10 kills, and then I'm like, you just need to click R, then it like you might not learn as much as if we keep it at least here in the beginning at a somewhat decent level. So all right, we're gonna back off. We can finish off our Eclipse. This is an extremely good back. What you want to do when you're doing your first back, in my opinion, I think this is really good, is you want to swap out your ward with an Oracle Lens, because this allows you to go for roams and literally assassinate. You can roam down, you can hide in a bush somewhere, and you can ensure that they don't have vision, and as they walk past, he's just gonna get completely destroyed because you're a set. Now we have 1 kill, so we're in a pretty good spot. Like, there's not that much that they can do about it at this point. Like, their jungler is even gonna, like, their jungler is gonna be more afraid of us than 6. It's right here. They're coming in. All right, good getaway. We had 4 seconds on our ult. If we did have our ult here, we would still be able to get him. Anyways, but yeah, 6 is kind of an annoying one, but one of the biggest mistakes I see here in the early game is that pre-level 3, a lot of people actually play too aggressive, and you don't want to. You literally rather want to give up some minions level 6, and then you want to actually be going for let's make sure we dodge this. You rather want to miss some minions than you want to take too much poke, because you want to be healthy for level 3 so you can start taking pressure in the lane by poking with your WE combo. And like, I cannot emphasize enough how important your WE combo is. Like WEQ is like those double what's it called, shuriken. I don't know if that's correctly pronounced, but they're absolutely insane. They're so freaking good. All right, so we're gonna go ahead. We're just gonna clear this wave real quick. I'm gonna start looking for something else and see if there's something you can use. So okay, we can see that 6 actually really wants to try and help out bot side. He knows that side is lost right now. Nita is top. I'm gonna try maybe to go up there. Nah, I won't be able to. The thing is, I'm too afraid with ganking top right now because of Mordekaiser's ult. So what I want is I really want this 6 to come a little bit further forward so we potentially can ult him, because right now he's sitting too close to his turret and he's just kind of a pain to play against. So we want him a little closer right here. That's kind of perfect. We'll make sure that we just fire off a little bit of damage. He is going to use his thing. Gonna get a little extra damage. This is not a perfect play, but we did get him to use basically everything. That's his stopwatch. He had to flash. We're literally in a good spot now. We'll push this, and we're even out farming him pretty bad. So that's like, even like, despite my farm not being great in this game, we're out farming them really bad. So right here, I think we're gonna be going down bot side. I see it at least top, but quite honestly, I feel like we can do something down here. I'm gonna start scanning. In a moment, we're gonna make sure that we know whether or not they see us, and they do. They know we're here. I'm just gonna be clearing their wards. This is potentially gonna set something up for a later gank. We're gonna clear the wards, and I'm gonna run back to mid. Want to get that one, and then we're gonna jump away. All right, so I did get a little unhealthy here, so for that reason we're gonna back. We're gonna take too much. I think that he might actually get this turret. Because 6 is so good at finishing turrets because of his passive on his W, which allows him to just execute the turrets at 30%. So I think he's definitely going to do it if he knows. So yeah, he knows. So he instantly kills that one. All right. But we're putting a lot of pressure also on the other lanes, and this is pretty much fine. Ideally, this is not how we wanted to go, of course, but like overall, I feel like we've done okay. 6 is an annoying one to play against. I'm not saying he's a hard one necessarily, but he is quite annoying to play against, mostly because he has a lot of range, making him very, very annoying in the lane. I see they're going a lot up here. I don't know if I can actually help him, but I might actually go for it because our mate is pretty healthy. I'm gonna make sure they don't know I'm here, and I'm just gonna do my combo right there. I'm gonna hold this guy as he jumps away, and I almost have my stuff back. Okay, so these two, we can definitely kill this guy. He doesn't know where we are. I don't know what he's doing, but sure. We'll make sure to take that one. I don't know where his mate is, and we don't have anything here. So we're just gonna trick him and run away. Gonna make my slow on him. 4 seconds and we have more jump, so we should be 100% safe here. There's no chance he gets us, so just gonna be jumping away. All right, so we're now pretty strong, but generally speaking, with ZED, especially now to get into kind of the mid game, generally what you want to be doing as your ADC and support goes mid, then you want to start going to the side lanes, but you still want to make sure that you group up for objective. You're a really, really good assassin, and you're actually a pretty good, in my opinion, team fighter in a certain sense, but you want to play it pretty carefully. Your objective in team fights is to put pressure on their backline. It is to kill either the mage or like either their mid laner or their ADC most generally. This is generally speaking fairly comes a lot down to actually repositioning. We get some good damage onto this guy. I'm gonna just try and make sure that this doesn't go any further than in this turn. We almost got it before the jump, but super fine. But your objective in the mid to late game is to go in when you're team fighting. You want to try and flank the back line. So you want to make sure that you come in and you try to assassin their squishy target. So generally speaking, their ADC. I'm going to go in, going to get some damage here. I'm going to flash that because I do not feel safe around that guy. I'm going to go over here because I do think that she might fail. I think she might be very close. Right there's the flash. We're just putting a lot of pressure all around. I see 6 right here. I'm waiting for him to run around the corner if I can. I won't be able to. This guy is gonna... We're just gonna run around, hiding away from him. And right here, we are sitting in kind of an awkward spot, but I'm kind of waiting and seeing if their Aphelios pulls up such that I can assassinate him, because that's my objective. Like, one thing that a lot of ZED players don't really think about when it comes to kind of the team phase of things or the mid game is that you actually put a lot of pressure just by not being visible. So if they don't know where you are or your team is kind of standing in front of them, then if you can find a flank onto their ADC or their backline, or at least make them think that, or at least like that they don't know where you are and that you might come from a side, that is super dangerous for them. All right, so that's pretty much hopefully going to be able to help out there. Nuno gets the kill, super nice. And we're starting to be pretty fit here. It's going pretty well. This is definitely not a stop game for me right now. We're doing okay, but I think the general aspect, like we did play against someone who's a really good tower destructionist. He did get our tower down very, very early, but the overall idea of how to play against 6, and I didn't perform it perfectly here, but doing the WEQ, waiting for your electrocute is how you want to be playing that early game. You just want to get level 3, play safe. If you have to give up CS before level 3, then go ahead and do so. Like, you should not be taking too much damage before level 3. It doesn't make sense for you. You'd rather stay safe. And once you do get to the level 3, then you can start doing WEQ combos. You want to get 1 or 2 of these in on the target. And as soon as you have that, you have pressure in lane. As soon as you have that, you are literally going to be very, very scared and just want to continue this. As soon as you have them around 40% health, then you do have the option of jumping to your shadow and going for an all-in. And for most, like, if this is pre-plat, most of your targets are literally just gonna drop dead. They don't know what to do against this strategy. But the reason why a lot of ZED players fail is because they're playing too aggressive. They go into the lane, the other target has 100% health, and they just jump instantly on top of their target, thinking that, oh well, I'm gonna go ahead and kill this target. And yes, from time to time you might be able to, but it's a lot more risky than it has to be. All right, so as Jhin is down here, we actually should be going side lane, but I'm gonna stay here for a second, mostly because I feel like things are gonna go down. So I'm gonna get some damage in there. Oh, this is not good. I'm gonna ult here to just try and do something and see if we can we did get the kill on him, on this guy, and we did turn it slightly. I could see that my way out, because my W was down, I was in a spot where it was really hard. I used my W on Morgana to do the EQ combo, and this is actually an aspect that I kind of forgot, or not forgot, well, yeah, I guess I did. But something that's quite important when you are playing the laning phase. You want to do the W-EQ combo to deal as much damage as you can, and like learning this one to perfection is like, if you do this, you're gonna, like, it's much more important than anything else on ZED. Like, it is so good, I tell you. Because of the electrocute, you deal like 1/3 of their health every time you do this combo, and it's quite easy once you get the hang of it. But yeah, look, it's very important to keep an eye on your electrocute, but whenever you have done the WE combo or your W's down, you gotta be aware that you're very limited in terms of safety, meaning that you don't want to be shoving them under turret, and like, then you at least need to know specifically where everybody of the enemy team is. So you want to be very careful as soon as your W is down when it's on cooldown. But yeah, that's kind of that part. In terms of a burst, you have, of course, half the different combos. The triple shadow burst using your old, basically the highest damage burst. This is not the one you want to be using in late game, because quite often it's going to overkill by way too much. But I want to talk a little bit about it anyway, because it is, I'm going to look for a good play here. We're going to do the WE combo because I don't feel safe here. I'm going to use my ult onto Morgana if I can. I'm just kind of going to run around and see if I can find a good angle. I feel like this is not a good fight for us, because we are actually outnumbered pretty heavily. So I'm going to go in. I'm actually in a ward here. So I'm going to try and find an awkward way out. I don't want them to isolate me, so... Okay, I messed up my ability using my ult here for nothing. I'm just going to try and do whatever I can. We might get one down. We did get Mordekaiser down there. But like literally this was just... I messed up my W. It was literally too short to get over here, over the edge, and therefore I literally just ended up in the bush. Very poor play by me. But despite that, you can see just how much burst we can do. But this actually gives us a good reason to talk about the triple shadow combo, and that's basically that you want to try, if you want to do like the most damage that you possibly can on ZED, then what you want to be doing is you want to walk up to your target without using your W. Then you want to ult them, and then you want to put your shadow, your W, like basically in a triangle from where you landed. And then you want to just do EQ, and then all of your shadows, all your 3 shadows are going to deal damage and kind of sum up on your ult, which makes it completely insane. And you should one-shot anything from 100 to 0, at least once you're out of the kind of early game. But it is a combo that pretty, like, the targets you're going to go for generally on ZED are super squishy, so it's not a combo that you want to be going for, to be fair. Like, generally speaking, it's not worth it. It's way too much damage. There's no point doing so. But yeah, of course there are certain scenarios where it's okay, but generally speaking, you probably don't need it. But it's good, very good to know. All right, but in terms of the mid game here, as soon as I see my ADC moving in here, then I want to walk to side lanes, and I see Ilaoi going top, Jhin coming in here. I'm gonna go ahead walk bot. I want to be aware of the next objective, and this is where it's actually best if Ilaoi pushed bot instead, because she has TP, allowing us to play around the Baron. Me going down here is actually just going to put us in a situation where I'm really far away, and I want to make sure that I, for that reason, push everything forward very quickly. But this is a good spot also to kind of show off the WEQ combo a little bit on this guy. He's going to play hyper aggressive, I think, because he probably thinks he can beat us one-on-one, which is not completely unlikely to think. So yeah, we're just going to go ahead. We'll push this back. And we're going to start going closer to mid. I see a lot of them are right up here in our top jungle. But yeah, okay. So let's talk a little bit about the late game. I feel like this is the one that's been the most kind of like, or maybe the mid game a little bit. What you want to do, go side lanes, kind of just push the waves out, but you don't want to be hanging out there. Like ZED can also split push. He's not a terrible split pusher because he wins a lot of 1v1s. But with that said, I generally speaking, at least in solo queue, don't want to split push on ZED because people don't really know how to play around split pushing, and you're gonna have much more of an impact in a team setting. So this is generally what I would be doing if it was me. But just saying, ZED can also potentially split push. All right, so we're gonna make sure that I don't really need my ult for this, but I'm just gonna make sure that oh, come on, dude, really. Just want to make sure we kill him real quick and don't waste too much time on him. All right, so right here, there's a couple of scenarios. We could potentially be going for Baron. My team is waiting for Drake, which is actually also fine. I actually prefer that. So we're going to hurry down there and make sure we group up with our team. We're very strong at this point. We're 7-2. And our objective, looking at the enemy, is that we want to be killing Nidalee, Six, or Affiliates, or all three for that matter. What we want to be aware of is that you always want to be looking for, if people have Hourglass, then either you want to play around that such that you're kind of have a plan B for how do you make them proc their Hourglass, and what do you do once you have it proc. This is a really big part of it and something that's quite crucial. Right here, we're just kind of gonna make sure that we get him down. In the meantime, our team is kind of just hanging out, taking the Drake. We're doing pretty well. So we now have the Infernal Soul, which is fairly awesome, actually. And we should be able to beat them up. Like, this is going to make our burst even more ridiculous. But yeah, okay, let's talk about the late game because we haven't talked too much about it. But the mid game, just to kind of clarify, split the side lanes, just push it out quickly to set up the lanes to push. Then make sure that you're present on objectives you're really, really good at. You can put out a lot of pressure during the team fights. And for the late game, then basically your idea is that you want to be killing the backline, you want to be killing the squishes. You pretty much never want to go in front to back, if that makes sense. So you don't want to be running through their front line. You always want to be looking for flanks. And also you want to be kind of patient. And this is one of the best, the best advices I can give you on ZED is play him patient, not only in early game in terms of popping your WEQ and poking with this and kind of playing a bit more slow than a lot of people do, but also in terms of the late game, wait for their crucial CC. So right here, waiting for the Morgana snare. Okay, right here, I'm actually gonna ult. I should have done this earlier. I'm gonna make sure I just try and get away here. Okay, I'm literally not going to be anyway. Okay, so I made a mistake here. Well, I should, of course, have ulted Jhin instantly. We would have bursted him down. He wouldn't have survived for that long. We still did get him down, but I could have made us win this fight. But basically, as I was saying, what you want to be doing when a team fight initiates, you want to find a flank. So first of all, even if you're not going in instantly, their ADC and their mid laners constantly going to have in their mind, where is ZED? Where is ZED? Where is ZED? What am I going to do? Where is ZED? And this is actually going to frighten them away from sometimes even starting to deal damage in the team fight because they're so scared about where you are. Also, you don't want to be going in before the crucial CCs are out, so they're crowd controls, meaning that if they have something like a Leona, you want to wait till Leona has used her jump and maybe her ult as well, such that you cannot be stopped and you're just going to run in there and you're 100% sure you're going to get that kill. It's better to wait a moment for them to use their cooldowns and run in, because that's going to secure the fact that you can get them, instead of literally just running in there, getting CC'd and instantly dying. So you want to play... ZED is a champion that requires a lot of finesse. All right, right here, I see her missing. All right, we should be getting that. Really nice. And again, they're kind of just failing. I see that their affiliates is bot side. I could see that they're kind of sitting up here doing kind of random stuff. So they put us in a situation where I could very easily go in and kind of just mess with them. And I felt very safe having my entire team behind me. I felt safe because Morgana already missed her snare, meaning that all she had back is, she of course had her black shield, but she also had her ult possibly. But it was not that ult wouldn't be able to stop me, because I can literally just, I can ult her ult if I do it correctly. Like, you can wait for the snare thing, basically for the, when she cast it, and just before the stun is about to go off, you can just use the ult or use your own ult. And this is actually just completely gonna deny her ult, which is pretty cool. So remember that your ult is also a way of kind of denying damage, which is very, very, very cool. So yeah. I just want to get that out of the way. It is also kind of, you can think of ZED's ult kind of as the same as MipZ's Q, but you can also be using it to dodge damage. So saying that you want to go for a target like a, let's say a Vicar, as he pops his ult, if you're really quick, then you can actually ult his ult such that you don't take damage from it. So there's kind of a lot of cool things with his kit that you can use. One thing I think I forgot to mention a bit about ZED, about mid game, is of course you want to, as you're looking to rotate between lanes, you can use your Oracle lens to clear out vision and maybe kind of find people out of position. This can be extremely good and very, very helpful. I'm not going to clean this ward because we know that they're literally right down here. So we're just kind of going to be running around. We're going to try and get our farm up a little bit. I might just clear out this one. And right now, I'm kind of just waiting to see what the best tactic is. We might have to go down bot. I think that's what we're going to do. Screw up with our team down there. Or kind of wait for one of them. See if we can find someone out of position. So I'm going to be dodging that damage because I don't think there's any point taking it. And right here, I think we're actually in a really good spot. Nidalee's coming around the corner. She doesn't know. We're going to ult her. We're just going to smash her and she's dead. Really easy kill, and like, this is what I mean. ZED is such a good assassin. This is the way you want to play him. Right here, we know 6 is in there. We don't have ult, but we should... Oh, there's Morgana. Okay, I don't think she might be AFK actually. Okay, I'm gonna let my team get it then, because I feel bad for taking that kill. I feel bad. But yeah. But it's very important, and this is where a lot of people mess up, is kind of in the late game, because they fail their objective. Your objective, as said, is to put pressure on the enemy carries and the enemy mid laners, and basically to ensure that so right here we're gonna try and do... Oh crap, really? It's gonna be jumping out. Actually failed this really hard. But you want to be putting pressure onto their back line. This is basically what you want to be doing. You want to assassinate them, and you want to try and find flanks onto them. That's going to make it really hard for them to really do anything to avoid it. Right here, I think the best objective for us is actually just going down bot, getting this... I'm going to be taking that damage, sadly. But I'm not that afraid. I know this guy is super scared of us, because we can turn a fight out around so freaking quickly. So I'm just going to be pinged to go for this one. I have my ult again. I think 6 is actually just trolling at this point. This is not the target that we're going to go ahead and kill. I think they've literally just reached the point of... They've tilted pretty hard. I think that's what's going on. So again, we're just going to kind of chill. And... I'm kind of going to try and position myself constantly in ways that make it hard for their ADC and mid laners to really do much and to zone them out. So right here, I'm going to go for my combo. I'm going to jump back. It should hopefully... Okay, let's try and heal him up. But otherwise, it should have killed him, which is... Like, ZED is an awesome champ to play. And the best thing I can say about him is really learning the WEQ combo is just absolutely ridiculous. Then all of the other stuff are kind of finesses, but like, if you learn the WEQ combo, you're going to be in a position where you can very easily kind of snowball the game, and it's really hard to play against. Like, I'm not the best ZED player in the world at all, and this is definitely not my best game. But I feel like it kind of shows off quite a lot about ZED and how he's supposed to be played and how strong he is. That you want to, in laning phase, if you play him patiently, you're going to be very consistent. And this is the big difference I see with ZED players below plat especially, is that they literally just play him 100 to 0. And if they fail, then they fall behind. And ZED is really hard to catch up once he's behind. But if you play him a bit patiently, WEQ, keep this repeatedly going on until you have them fairly low, get the first kill on them. Like, play it healthy. It's very easy if you just play around the electrocute. Look at the buff of the electrocute. See when it's up. Whenever it's up, you go WEQ onto the target. You put your shadow right on top of the target or in the corner of the target you're going for. And then you E, you wait for like 0.5, 1 second before you do your Q, because this is going to tell you what direction they're running in. They're not going to be running back and forth. So you just do your E, you put on a split second where you just kind of wait, and then you fire off your Q, ensuring that you're going to hit both of the Shrikens. And that's just going to give you such an amazing amount of burst. And also, it's a really good mind game. They're going to be really scared every time you slow them, because they're like, oh hell, where's the Q coming? And they don't know what to do. People get very pressured by this tactic. As soon as you have them pretty low and you're healthy, you can go jump to your shadow, finish them off with ZED's passive. His passive deals so much extra damage on his auto attacks, so also use that. But don't make coin flips. There's no point. ZED is so good at poking and then going in for the full whenever the target is in a spot where he's not like, yeah, where he's not screwed. So I can strongly recommend this. And yeah, as we talked about mid game, you want to be split pushing, but try and be very aware of when the next objective is. You do want to be present. You have a huge impact on the game. And if you can, then use the Oracle lens to kind of find ways to pick up people in rotations between lanes, because you can one-shot people very easily. And yeah, for the late game, kill the back line if you can. This is your objective. You never want to be going in front to back. You want to be trying to find a flank, so some side to jump in over and just assassinate their mid laner or ADC or whatever squishies they have. This is the way you want to be playing it. So yeah, I hope this kind of helped you guys out. I hope you enjoyed it. It was really fun to make this one, and just the biggest takeaway, remember, as I said, you're an assassin in the team phase, so play like an assassin. You want to wait. This is very, very important. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this one. If you did, then of course make sure to smash that like button, and if you're new in here, subscribe down below. And yeah, if you want to see me live, then I stream every single Monday, Wednesday, Friday right here on YouTube at 7 p.m. UTC +1. And yeah, I also would strongly recommend you to check out our memberships down below. There's some really cool perks that I think a lot of you guys might enjoy. So make sure to check them out. They're super cheap, and it's the best way of supporting my dream of becoming a full-time content creator. But with that said, all I have left to say is stay awesome, have fun, and take it easy, guys.